After this video, I will lay off the Blackjacks, I promise. I just wanted to upload this one for a couple of reasons. One, I tweaked the build just a little bit, and two, this match doesn't go as well as a lot of my others have. It's not terrible by any stretch, but it's just not as good as it kind of tends to perform. So the tweak that I made to the build was I got rid of one heatsink and added more ammunition. In that very first video I ran out or got close to running out fairly quickly. So now instead of starting with, I think it was 3,000 something or another, I think 3,700 maybe, I have 5,400 rounds of heavy machine gun ammo.
Two different directions.
And the new build was, I think, already linked in the description of the last video.
I think we're going the same place.
If not, it's definitely in the description of this video. And in case you've missed it, I always have the link for the description, or the link for the build in the description of every video, so you can always see what I'm running.
Artillery strike online.
We're having a pretty bad start to this match. We've kind of split up. A lot of us are going right to chase the squirrel. That's just what you have to do when you see a squirrel. You go chase it. Amazingly, I didn't even tag it.
Don't everybody look at this. Oh my God.
Well, not till the end.
Well, at least you guys got it.
Thankfully, I dodged the artillery strike. I'm really not used to playing mechs that have jump jets,
They're on the E5,
so it's actually a lot of fun for me to be able to do stuff like that.
Knocking at your mom's door is what
It's
they're
not always
doing.
just about survival.
Get mad.
When you're being targeted, sometimes you can jump over an artillery strike or a large gap like I did. They're pretty useful. They're not really necessary, but there's just so many times where if you can put enough of it on your mech, you'll just be amazed at the difference in mobility it makes. Now here I am fairly close to the enemy, but to do real damage I need to get even closer, so I go off the side of the ramp just so that I'm no longer within their line of sight. That'll buy me some time to get in close to this Cyclops who's ready to pop. But I don't get to do much before he dies. So I go for this hunchback instead, and again I'm just getting right inside of his hitboxes because it's a thing I do. I think I only took out one of that hunchback's weapons before he died. I mean, he went down pretty quickly. This small group of theirs is being swarmed.
Behind us.
And I mean, this guy dies. I think he was half dead before I even turned around. So here I saw a situation I really didn't want to go into, but I felt like I had to. My assault was almost all alone. He had one other mech with him. That mech died. So I went up to reinforce the assault mech. Even though there were like 5 of the enemy team in that spot. The thing is, assault mechs are, very durable. They have a lot of weapons, but just about any time an assault mech is left on their own, they're going to die. They're going to get swarmed by multiple foes, or something is going to happen. They just don't do well on their own. They're meant to be like a tip of the spear, rather than a one-man army. And now we've got both of our 2 assault mechs in the same spot. So I really feel like I need to stay here and reinforce them. But I really go overboard with it, and I crest over this ridge and just decide to stare at, a decent chunk of the enemy team. So the Blackjack is still squishy, even if it is, doing much more damage than it used to. So they take me down pretty quickly here. Once I've lost my leg, I know it's just about over, so I just decide to see if I can maybe get one more kill on this little guy, but he takes me out instead. And from here it doesn't take too long because we've only got a couple of guys left. So that guy's got a kind of nice build, some lasers, and they have their own heavy machine guns. And then I think the other mech that's left is, just the usual laser vomit. He's already lost half his firepower. He goes down by overheating. And this guy goes flat.
That was a good try. Sparky's pilot.
So we actually had a much closer match than a lot of the losses will be. typically a loss is going to be something like, you know, they killed 12 of you guys and you only killed like 4 of them. But this one was pretty good. You know, got a kill, chopped off quite a few components, almost topped the damage charts on my team. So if you ever get a chance, definitely try out this mech. It is just a lot of fun.